So in this video we're going to talk about two-way frequency tables. This is another way to represent data. So your objective is that you can complete a two-way frequency table and then you can read a Venn diagram. Which you should be familiar with Venn diagrams. Hopefully you have seen those in the past. And you may have seen a two-way frequency table in middle school too. So what is a two-way frequency table? It is used to show the frequency between the data by categorizing it into two categories. So let's just look at an example so you can understand what this should look like. A group of students were asked if they have a cell phone and a tablet. Of the 200 students surveyed, 160 had a cell phone, and there were 68 that had a tablet, and of those students, 57 had a cell phone. So what we're going to do, we're going to put that in the chart here. So notice I have cell phone and no cell phone. And then you have, not sure why that came up. Then you have tablet. Sorry. What the heck? So then we have tablet and no tablet. So let's look at what the numbers would go in each one. We know there's a total of 200 students. So 200 would go right here. In fact, let me switch colors so you can see it a little better. Alright, so look at the other one. We know there's 160 students that have a cell phone. So I can put 160 here. There's a total of 160 students. Oops, sorry. There we go. 160 students that have a cell phone. Now there are 68 students that have a tablet. So 68 total would go here. Now there are 57 of those 68 that have a cell phone. So 57 would go here. Alright. Well, if there's 57 that have a cell phone, then there are 11 that don't, because they need to add up to 68. And then you can just kind of fill in the chart from there. So you have 57 that have a cell phone, and a total of 160 that have a cell phone. So that means 103 sorry, I'm having technical issues, do not have a cell phone. And then here, so we need to figure out what goes here. If you notice here, we have 160 here, and they need to add up to 200. So that means 40 have no cell phone here. Well, 11 minus these two need to add up to 40. So that would be 29. And then I get a total over here, which is 132. Alright. So again, kind of taking a look at everything we have here. Your two totals, your column and your row should add up to 200. And then each column should add up to the total that you have from the information. This is very similar to a Venn diagram. So you have kids that have cell phones, kids that have tablets, and then kids that have no cell phone or tablet, or have a cell phone and tablet. So if I look at the chart, cell phone and tablet, this is 57. They share this spot. Ones that have cell phone and no tablet, that would be 103. And the ones that just have a tablet and no cell phone would be 11. And then if I wanted to get this box, I know there's 200 total. So I would have to subtract these three to get this box right here. Alright, so relative frequency is counting percentages in the table. So you're going to have to create what percentage each one would be. Whoop. My computer is just acting up today. I am sorry. Alright, so calculating percentage in the table. So notice here. So we're going to do this based off the total. So when we're calculating this, everything should be divided by how many total students there are, 200. So when I'm calculating this cell here, I want to go 57 divided by 200. Because there's 57 students in this box here, and there's 200 total students. So I divide that out on my calculator, and that is 28.5%. So let's do another one together. So here we have 11 who do not have no cell phone, and I'm going to take that over 200. And that should be 5.5%. And then I have my total, 68 here. And I'm going to take that over 200 to get 34%. Now I want to point something out to know that you are doing it right. Notice we have 28.5 here and 5.5 here. 28.5 plus 5.5 is 34. That should happen every time, that the two ones in the row should add up to the total at the end. Alright, so I want you to go through and stop the video and try to calculate these out, and then I'm going to just write in the answers here to have, so you can look at them up and see if you're doing them right. Alright, so in this one we should have 51.5%. We take 29 divided by 200 and get 14.5% here. And you could either add these two percents together or just take 132 divided by 200 to get 66%. Alright, and then now these two would add up to the bottom here, but just this comes out to be 80% here. 51.5 plus 28.5 is 80%. And then this should come out to be 20%. And then this would be 100%. Alright. Now it's possible that you're going to see these as decimals, as a relative frequency, which is perfectly okay. So like in this cell, instead of having 51.5%, you would have 0.515. Alright, this one would be 0.8. So you may see them as decimals and you may see them as percents, just so you are aware. Okay. Alright, so then there's other types of relative frequency, which is based off the rows. So here, we're going to, instead of taking the total that was here, we're going to take the totals that are here in each row. Alright. So over here we had 57 and 68. So to calculate, I'm going to go 57 divided by 68. Alright. And then on this one I have 11. So I'm going to do 11. For some reason my active board is really super sensitive. Sorry about this. Alright, so I calculate all those out and get 83.8. I'm just going to round to the nearest tenth. 8%, or I can go 0.838. And then this would be 11 divided by 68, which is 16.2. And again, this would add up to this, which would be 100% because we're taking 100% of this. And then similarly, I do it in the next row, and I'm just going to, so we have 103, and then we have 132. So we go 103 divided by 132, and we get 78.0%. And then we have 29 over 132. Which is 21, or actually 22% even. Alright, and then this would add up to 100%. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to take the rows this way. So we have 160 and 40, and both of them over 200. So this is 80%. And this is 20%. And then this is 100%. All right. So again, to review, all we did on this is we went this, whatever we had in this number, over the rows, because we're based off the rows. When we're based off the columns, we're going to reverse it, and now we're going to do it this way. You take the total that is here, and that is your new denominator. So that number goes here, and then over what you had, or in the numerator you have what before. So this way they would add up to 100%. Alright. I'm not going to go through that one again. If you need a review, it's just like the rows, except now we're going vertical instead of going horizontal. That clock just likes to show up. Alright. So to review, this is a two-way frequency table, which is just a way to organize data. And then relative frequency, which is all you're doing is getting the percentages of things. And just have to know if you're doing rows or you're doing columns. Reminder to do reflections, you get credit for watching this video.